Hey, what's up, traders? Here are my top stock picks for Tuesday, April 6th. But before we get into that, I want to congratulate everybody that tuned into my live stream last night and decided to take any plays that we talked about. We had Target that was running, we had Apple that was running, Facebook ran, Amazon ran, Microsoft ran. All of these plays pretty much following /ES and SPY up all day, or in the morning at least, had a nice pump in the morning before fading out a little bit. So I don't see any reason why some of those plays should not make our watch list for tomorrow. We're going to be watching primarily just for a continuation. All right, so one thing to note before we get into these plays is that these levels that I'm about to give you are guidance levels for now, and they're subject to change and likely will change by the morning. But I'm just going to give you my rough plan and idea, and then keep an eye out for the exact trigger levels being posted on the watch list prior to market open. So the first one we have on the watch list is going to be Facebook. This pushed up into the highs today, topped out at around 311. So very easy analysis here. All that we're looking for is a break over 311 for the continuation play into the highs. To the bottom side, I would look to short maybe below 305 or 306, but you need to be careful because it does have some support here around 302, and then the larger support point is going to be right around 300. With something breaking out into the highs, into the all-time highs, it's not really a short bias trade, right? That's a strong move. That's a very strong bullish indicator for a stock when it's breaking into new highs. So go with the trend. The trend is your friend. Don't try to catch the top. Just play whatever the direction is, and right now the direction is up, so if it wants to continue up, we'll continue to play it to the top side. So Facebook, first one on the watch list for tomorrow, long idea over 311 into the all-time highs. Very easy analysis. The second one is going to be Microsoft. So I need to get back to the daily chart time frame. Same deal, right? Pushing up into the highs. This one I like a little bit more, just because it has, I feel like, more of a bullish backing with the news. You know, they scored the contract with the Army. Plus, it's trading at the $250 hold number. So, unlike Facebook, where it's already broken over the $300 price point, you know, the big hold number, and ran, this one has yet to do that. So, it's pushed up into the highs, yes, but it's still below the hold number at $250. So, we're just looking for a move right over $250. If we get that move, plan to take it long over that price point into the highs. Very easy analysis there. I think I would probably look to short below 247 or 246. Probably 246 though, just because I like to give myself a little bit of a cushion. And remember, 246, if we go back to the daily chart, that was the previous high, right? So if I drew a trend line there, and then we go back to the 5-minute chart here, you see that lines up perfectly. So 246 is a likely support point. Below that, you'd see 243. I think 243 or 242 would be your support. But as of right now, it's a long idea over 250. The next one on the watch list for tomorrow will be Target, TGT. So another one that we had included on our list today for a range break into the highs. We got that move. It was a slower mover. It's just typically how Target moves, right? It's not one that's, you know, it's not really a high beta name that makes these big moves intraday. In fact, Walmart was the play today. If we were looking at any retail, it should have really been Walmart, and that's my fault. I totally missed the mark on this. This was a beautiful triangle break to the top side, retest as support, and then you got the big pop move up to the gap area right there. So Walmart will be a side chart watch for us, but this was definitely the play for today over Target. However, it still worked if you bought it and held on for a little bit. So, you know, this is just how it moves. Typically, you see the volumes lower. I mean, that's not surprising, right? Target's just one of those stocks that doesn't make very large moves very fast often. So it's still a watch because it is over the high, or it is pushing into the highs, so it'll be a long idea over 206. But just keep in mind that, you know, you may have to hold through some of this on lower volume for a longer period of time or for a longer duration than what you normally do if you're trading something that moves a little faster. So Target is the next stock on the watch list. Long idea over 206. Since we're talking about retail, Walmart does have a gap area here, above let's just say above 140.5, up to about 144.5. That is so a gap area is a disconnect in the price on the daily chart time frame. You see, there's no wick connecting this wick, so that makes a gap. You see that there? I like to highlight my gap areas with a gray shaded box. So for Walmart, we will be still looking for a play idea over, or for a trade over like 140.5 or 141. But you know, I feel that it's less inclined to make another move like it did today, just because the bottom side and the top side of gap areas act as support and resistance points. So following a move like this, I don't know if it has the juice to continue to push up and fill the gap. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, right? But as of right now, it's just going to be a side chart watch until it can get over like 140.5. So write down Walmart, put down Walmart on your list as well for potential gap fill play. What's the next one? AMC had a little bit of a push here today, not much, but it did get some momentum behind it. So it's, you know, kind of recently sold off down to this 50 EMA and has consolidated quite some time, just around the $10 price point. Today it tried to break out of this consolidation, and I mean, I think it did pretty well, actually. It pushed up around, what is this, 11.2 was the high of day, and pulled back. So this, to me, looks like a big intraday bull flag. So there's your flag, there's your pull. May have continuation potential going into tomorrow. If we go back to the daily chart time frame, you'll see that there's a lot of kind of consolidation in this area. So with $9 being the overall support, $11.50 being the overall resistance, we could identify a range right here. So a play idea over 11.5 for AMC is very possible tomorrow. I would have a price target of probably 12 or 13 in mind. I know that's not much, but if we're talking about percentages, you know, from 11.5 up to 12, 4.5%, that's pretty decent. So my alert's set at 11.5. You could probably take the trade earlier than that if it gets some momentum behind it. So if you want to set an alert at $11 and you think that, you know, the trade has enough conviction at $11 for a continuation play and there's enough volume there pushing it up, you can most certainly take a trade over that price point. But we'll see. We'll see what it does overnight, right? So if it maintains this bull flag pattern and looks like it's about to break out over $11, we'll move that trigger down to 11. Otherwise, it'll be set at 11.5, and we'll just remain patient and hang tight, wait for it to come to us, right? Always wait for the setups to come to you. Amazon was one that I had mentioned in the live stream last night. So I said that I liked it because it was breaking the kind of like this triangle pattern right here and breaking over this 50 EMA. So I said a play over 3,200 looks good. It ran up to about 32, what was this, 32.37, 32.35 was the high of day. So simple continuation play, although I would be cautious because with SPY pushing up as much as it has, a move like this, I've said it before, you know, we've had a lot of green days here in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green days in a row, and today was an up gap on a green day. Moves like this don't sustain all the time, you know, without they normally don't sustain without some sort of pullback or retracement. And if we get that retracement move, then stocks like, you know, maybe the Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft may pull back with the overall market. So just be cautious on this one. You'd want to see it continue to hold 3,200. But look, there is a minor, it's minor, very, very minor gap here above 32. Where are we at? 32.35 up to about 32.47. So there is a play there for a gap fill. It's not super significant, but it is still there. Something to be mindful of. I am going to say that Amazon will be a side chart watch for us and not a main chart. just because I feel like there are other setups that are better. So this one will not be, it'll be like Walmart, right? It'll just sit on the side chart in case it decides to go, but it won't be one that we're primarily watching. The next one and the last one on our watch list for tomorrow will be Boeing, BA. All right, so just kind of like a rebound play right here. It's been one that has kind of, it's been tough to get a grasp on which direction it wants to go. So we were trying to trade it here at the breakout of this pennant, and then we got another pennant formed the next day, or I should say symmetrical triangle, right? And then the next day we got another symmetrical triangle. Then the move gapped up overnight without us, and it just came down, right? And did some chopping, and then came down again. And then so today it gapped up and actually had a decent run today once it broke this range right here. But it ultimately gave that back shortly after. So what I like about Boeing right now is that we have a clear area of resistance that's going to be at $260. You see that double top right there? So if this can break 260, or probably going to move that up to 261, there may be a potential play here for this to run back up to about 265 or 270. It just needs to get the volume back into the stock. You see the volume here on average has been decreasing, so we want to see that volume return. We want to see a bigger move over the high of day to day, which will be 261. Boeing is going to be another one that'll be a side chart watch for us. All right, so just a quick recap. We're going to have AMC, Facebook, Microsoft, and Apple. Oh, I haven't talked about Apple. Back to the daily chart, another one that is bouncing around off of the 200 EMA. If you tuned into the live stream, I talked about this being a resistance at the 50 EMA. So it's over that 50 EMA. So this is another one we're just going to be looking for a simple continuation play. All right, so long idea over 126.5 right now. This may change by the morning though. All right, so AMC, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple will be our main chart watch list. Walmart, Boeing, Target, Amazon will be our side chart watch list. I have no bias on any of these stocks, so I don't really care if they go up. I don't care if they go down. This is just a plan in case any of them decide to go up. I will usually always analyze for long biased setups. So I am a long biased trader. I know who I am as a trader. If the market, decides to make a retracement move or come down, that's fine, right? It doesn't mean that I'm taking these plays if they open up above these trigger levels that I'm given. It just means that I have a plan in case they decide to break those levels intraday and continue to move up. And like I said earlier in the video, these levels are subject to change by the morning and likely will change. So if you're part of the Discord server, keep an eye out for the exact trigger levels being posted on the watch list in the morning. One thing, I will be trading live. So if you're part of the Discord server, go down to the voice channel called The Arena in the morning. There you're going to get all of my commentary on all of the watch list stocks in real time as they're happening. So if you're one of those traders that relies on the text alerts during our day, those may be pushed to the wayside because it's very difficult to focus on the stocks, call out the stocks in the chat, commentate the stocks, as it's happening in real time, and type up all those alerts at the same time. I'll try my best, but typically what I do is I'll push those text alerts off to the side and just let the server members type that up for you. So pay attention to what they're saying. But I'm primarily going to be making my call outs on the voice channel. All right, so guys, if you're not part of the channel or not part of the server, push the like button for me if the video has helped you out. I hope you make some money off these trades. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you all in chat in the morning. Thank you for your time. Take care.